Unfortunately for 80% of people, the reality of living abroad does not actually match the expectations. It's sad that nothing and no one actually prepares you for the life abroad. So today I am here to give you tips and tricks on how to survive life abroad. If you're someone who's looking forward to migrate or you just migrated, this is the season where a lot of people tend to migrate. Winter semester just started. Keep on watching this video, don't click out. You want to listen to what I have to say, okay? Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Amara Ozor. If this is your first time watching me, hi, welcome. I am a Nigerian. I live and study in Germany. Please do not forget to subscribe and join the family. It's always all vibes here. Like I mentioned earlier, I am a Nigerian and I live in Germany. Come January, we'll make it like 7 years, 7 good whole years that I have given this life abroad, yeah. So believe me when I sit here in front of you to kind of give you tips and tricks on how to survive it. No one has actually fully navigated life abroad, but there are some gems I am here to drop that might actually help you. For the past 7 years abroad, I've done a lot of study, like quite a lot of studies. I've worked, I've met a lot of people, and I've kind of like found my way. It's still a gradual process, but I feel like I have gradually found my way on how to navigate life abroad. I came to Germany to study, like I said. A lot of people tend to migrate abroad in search of greener pastures, be it in form of studies or in form of a new job. And these are mostly young adults when it comes to studying right now. You see them after acquiring their first degree in their country, they now tend to migrate outside to go for their bachelor's. Some even go for their PhD, but in general we are all looking for a better life. The first thing that hits us when we come here, especially if you are here to study, is the school stress. You're coming into a new country, a whole new continent where you probably do not know anyone, with a very different educational system than the one you are used to back at home. Of course you're going to feel that stress, the anxiety, the pressure to actually make it once is something that has been implanted in the DNA of young adults. It's unfortunate that we grow up with all this pressure, with a lot of people looking up onto us and us not wanting to like disappoint people back home, because we know what have been sacrificed for us to be here. Even if a lot has not been sacrificed, all the effort you put into coming here, coming abroad is no beans. It's not a child's job. All the application process, gathering your money, paying your school fees and all that, it is a lot. It is even like the psychological part of it. It is a lot. So even if you went through an agency or I don't know, it is still a lot. And when you consider all those things, they kind of make you want to give into pressure to succeeding very, very quick. A good way to make sure you do not go through all this stress is actually in the preparation steps. Yes, you heard me. When you're preparing to come abroad, please do your research. For a black person, I highly suggest and recommend that you go on the internet. Take your time. Even if you're going through agencies, take your time to browse. See, Google, internet, social media, all these things are very free. Very free wherever you are in the world. You can access them. Search for schools that have an incorrigible percentage of black people or even foreigners. You do not want to go to a school where you don't see people who look like you, people who talk like you, people who behave like you. And it also helps you like making friends and kind of forming your own circle, because when you come to this school and you see your people, now let's call them your people and your community, blending in and kind of integrating is actually quite easier than going to somewhere where you have nobody. Literally, you're not seeing people who will actually help you. So please, when you are preparing, the first thing you want to do is to make sure you search for a school that has a high percentage of foreigners or even black people. Most schools have it on their website, so please make sure to go through the website of every school you're going to apply to. And also another thing you want to do is, when choosing the city you want to study in, search also for city with a lot of foreigners or black people. You guys actually might underestimate this, but you do not know how heavy it is or how grievous it is to kind of come to a city and the racism is at the peak or you're just not seeing people who look like you. Even if you're not going to go through racism, it helps a whole lot to come out, and feel like you're a part of a community, feel like you're a part of something, interact with people, go out and make friends. Spacing out your study courses is actually another good way to ensure that you are not under a lot of stress, because this is a foreign land, my brother. It is a foreign land, and it is normal that everyone will kind of start feeling the pressure, because this is not the way we study at home. The way they study here is not the way we study at home. Here it's quite intense and quite complex, so I will highly suggest also that you do not take up all your courses at once. I mean, if you can do it, fine and good, congratulations to you. But if you feel like the pressure is too much, or that you are handling a lot of things at once, please, you always have the opportunity to space out your course. This is something that I wish I did when I was in university, spacing out my courses. I know it comes with like maybe an extra 1 year or 1.5 years that you have to spend at the university, but who cares? As far as you're not extending your limited stay, go ahead and do it. It's better that you are spacing out your courses and getting good grades and actually being mentally okay, mentally sane, than you're carrying 13 courses. I could remember in school I had like 7 courses in my first year, and it was a whole lot. It was too much. You have all these examinations, all these classes to attend. So please, if you can, space out your courses and create study groups. Actively make friends, see people on the road, walk up to them, not everybody, and don't do it all the time so people will not think you're crazy, but actively walk up to people. A good way on how you can do that is actually creating like study groups with your classmates or your schoolmates. Go online, search for people who are actually in the same course with you. That is before you now migrate to wherever you want to go to. Search for those people. First of all, create contact with them. Go on social media is now so big that you can find literally everything and anything, and it's free. I don't know why some people underestimate the value of social media. Do not do it. Now, coming to depression and loneliness, unfortunately no one has found a cure to this yet. I feel like this is something that is going to accompany immigrants for a very, very long time, and this is mostly because of the culture shock people face abroad. Now you're meeting new people, you have less time for your family, less time to make friends and all that things. Then you have your school. Of course it is going to depress you. I mean, this is my 7th year abroad, and the depression kicks in once in a while. Life abroad means that you actually have to create your own happiness. You have to create your own comfortability. You have to create your own joy, because if you don't do it, you're going to die. I'm sorry, but it's quite bad. I know a lot of people that are depressed, like borderline depression. You have to actively not want that for yourself, and how you can do that is making friends, meeting people, joining communities, joining churches. Actually, church is actually a very good place in meeting people, so attend church. Don't think because you've left your parents back in Nigeria now you cannot go to church. Go to church and pray for the Almighty Lord to heal you from depression. Also, prayers help as well. They do help. I am saying the word actively too much, and that is because here in abroad, it's not that people want to like come to you and make friends, or you can just automatically be friends with people. It doesn't work like that. You have to want it, you have to work on it. Even when you get the friendship, you have to also like nurture it and cherish it, because friendship die easily here if you do not like steadily check up on it, because people are quite busy. People are so busy going about their daily job, their daily life. So you have to want it for it to actually work for you. Go out, create platforms. Go out on TikTok, go out on YouTube, go out on Instagram, meet people. Actively write people to meet up with them, even your classmates. If you feel like you can actually get down with them, invite people out to go for a coffee date, to go for a brunch date. You don't even have to spend money, maybe a walk in the park, you know. So you have to do this, and once in a while, all the friends you have, gather them together and do something. I have a vlog on where I hosted all my friends to game night. This is something that doesn't actually happen often. It's not as if people don't want it, but who is going to take that initiative and do it? Who is going to be the first person to initiate it, you know? So you will see that people will be quite grateful if you actually do that. You grab me? So please do not die in silence. Do not be sitting on your couch every day, because we tend to do that often. You go to school, you go to work, you come back, you're angry, you're sad, you're depressed, and the next thing you're just lying on your couch. Don't do that. Don't waste your youthful age on the couch, okay? So you have to choose your own happiness, okay? Another problem people face here is the money problem. You know, back at home, you have your parents who kind of give you money from time to time. You have the uncles, the aunties, you have Kunle chasing you, you have Chima chasing you, you have the boys. You know, all those things, all the people that give you money back home. But in abroad, it's different. No one is going to give you that shit. No one is going to give you that hard-earned money, the hard-earned pounds and dollars and euro. No one is going to give it to you. So that is why when people come here and they realize that they actually have to now work hard for their money. I'm not saying that people back home do not work hard. That is not what I'm saying. But it's just that here you have a lot of responsibilities. Back home, you're probably living with your parents, and you know, you can actually stumble upon money somehow. But here, no matter how you fall, no matter how you trip, you will not stumble on any money. The money you did not work for, you're not going to have it. So you see people always trying to get a job, always working like every day. People are working 8 hours in a day. How many hours do you have left for joy and recreation? Little to none. I just want people to understand that when you come abroad, nobody's gonna give you money. You have to work for your own money, and do not spend recklessly. Not because you've come abroad now, you've seen H&M, you've seen Zara, you've seen Primark, you've seen this one, you've seen the other one, and now you want to buy all these things. You've seen burger, you've seen shawarma, you've seen McDonald's, you've seen KFC. Don't do that. That is one hell of a trap that fresh immigrants always fall into. They come, they see all these things, they are quite overwhelmed, and they start spending money. The money you don't have, because you don't know even if you're going to get a job. The job you have, you don't know if it's going to be terminated. And as students, you have limited hours to work. So I would suggest that you know how to kind of manage your finances. If your parents are sending you money from home, quite and good. But I feel like Germany is that country where students don't actually get that much help from people back home. Like when I compare it to people in London or people in Canada or people in USA, like the ratio of students that get money from back home is actually higher than people here in Germany. Germany gives you like this opportunity to work and fend for yourself, which is quite good, but still you're limited. So please learn how to like manage your money. A very good tip there will be like budgeting what you want to spend for the month. Okay, this is what I'm going to spend this month on feeding, this is what I'm going to spend this month on my rent. And do not fall into the trap of eating out. Do not fall into the trap of always eating out. It's quite and good once in a while, you treat yourself. But please, if you can, buy food and always cook. It's cheaper. In as much as with the inflation right now, everything is getting quite expensive, but it is still cheaper to cook at home. At least you know what is entering inside your tummy. So please don't always go outside and buy and eat McDonald's just because everyone is doing it. You know where you're coming from. You know your own story, okay? So yeah. Please, my sister, my brother, once in a while, treat yourself. Treat all the worries back home, all the problem back home, they will still be there. They will still be there. So once in a while, please treat yourself. Watching me today, chances are that you are planning to migrate or you just migrated. If you are still planning, we might still save you. There might still be some salvation for you. So all the girls, yeah, that are watching me, come forward. Come forward, come to the front. I have a huge advice for you guys. Before you leave your country, before you come abroad, please make sure you know how to make hair. Make sure you know how to make hair, because it's going to save you a whole lot of money. It's going to save you a whole lot of stress. Even if it's the simplest style you can make, learn how to make hair. Learn how to make hair, please, I beg you, because when you hear how much people pay abroad to make their hair, it will shock you. So please go and get one skill. The most important one should be hair. If you cannot do that, learn to make your nails, learn to fix up your clothes, learn to sew. I know we have YouTube today for everything. You can literally learn anything you want on YouTube. So please do not just stay at home and do nothing while you're waiting for your visa. Go and learn. If you know you don't want to learn or you cannot learn, buy wigs. Buy a lot of wigs. You heard me? Wigs, because it is going to save your life. Even if you're already here abroad, go on YouTube and learn how to make, even if it is not how to braid, learn how to make wigs. It will also be a source of income to you. Like myself, I know that I don't know how to make hair, but I know how to beat faces. A huge thing that I hear no one talking about is getting your driver's license before you travel abroad. If you guys knew how much it costs to get your driving license here in Germany, oh my goodness, I am actually planning to make a video on that. But getting your driver's license before you leave your country, it's actually a very big plus. You're asking now, Amara, but how is that going to help me? Listen, let me tell you. Once you already know how to drive, it shortens the money you have to pay. Getting a driver's license in Germany as at 2022 costs nothing less than 3,000 euros. 3,000 euros, that is almost 1 million naira. But if you already know how to drive, if you already have your driver's license, it shortens the whole process. It shortens the money that you have to pay, because now you're not starting from the scratch. Now all you have to do is just like take few lessons. Of course you have to do like the theory and then take few lessons on the practical. But if you do not know jack about cars like myself, it's going to take you so long, because now you're starting from the scratch. You're going to have so many practical hours. So please, I can't believe I've not heard anyone actually talk about this. Get your driver's license before you leave your country, so that you know that whenever you come here, you're just doing like additional just to like get certified here so that you can drive. So please, getting driver's license in Nigeria is quite cheap and very easy compared to the monstrous process people have to go through to get their driver's license here in Germany. I know it's quite easy to get your driver's license in places like the US compared to like in Germany. I don't know how it is like in London and Canada and all that places, but please, if you can, go and get your driver's license before you leave your country. It will help your life. I promise you. It is going to, you do not want to go through what I am going through right now. These are things that I wish that someone had told me earlier. So please go and get your driver's license today. Go and register today. It's going to help your life. Come back and say thank you to me. You're welcome. Another thing you want to do is to make sure that your accommodation is sorted out before you leave your country. For someone like me, I had my aunt here, so this was like an issue that I didn't really like face so much. I didn't have like, you know, all this missing of family and all those severe things that people go through once they land here, because like I said, I had my aunt and I had my cousins here when I came. So my accommodation was already like sorted out. My first contact to people was sorted out, like food and all that. I never actually lacked in that area because of my aunt. Shout out to my aunt. Thank you, auntie. If you're watching this, I love you. Thank you. So please make sure that your accommodation is sorted out, so you do not have to like pay ridiculous amount of money on hotels or Airbnbs or even like squatting with people, because I know that finding accommodation before you travel is quite difficult and it's not an easy process. But if you can, please make sure it's sorted out. So please, once you already have your visa, even before your visa is there, start making plans of, you know, accommodation. Start looking for places where you can find accommodation. Here in Germany, you can check out places like eBay Kleinanzeigen. I'm going to write them on the screen. Or you go on Immobilien Scout. Or where can you actually go? Or even if you know people, this is where the social media factor comes into play. Write up people, search for people who are in the same city as the city you want to go to. Write them, ask them for help. Now, I'm not saying you should go and start bugging people. Offer to actually pay them to help you, because it is not easy looking for accommodation. Offer to pay a small amount of money for them to help you find accommodation, or even ask if you can maybe stay with them for some while. You know, I know some people do that. So that is all I have for you guys today. I sincerely sincerely hope that this video helps 1 or 2 persons in their journey. If you are someone who wants to migrate, or you're already here like battling any form of thing, please just write it in the comment section so people can find their own people can network. Use my comment section and network. Ask, where are you, can we meet up? I'm fine by that. Okay, so yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. One thing I'm going to tell you is that it always takes time, but you're going to be fine. And please, if you're feeling some kind of way, if you feel like it's too much and you cannot handle it, please always reach out to someone and talk to people. Open up. I know that we black people, we are not heavy on talking about our feelings and our emotions, but please do not suffer it alone. No matter how insignificant you think that person is, always open up, because a problem shared is a problem half solved. I hope you took away 1 or 2 things, and do not forget to like this video if you liked it. Comment in the comment section below, and yeah, please subscribe to my channel and watch my other videos. Yeah, I shall see you in my next video. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.